That nigga said we on. Ugh.
We are.
I got
Peace to the guys. Peace to the guys. Welcome back to the Rug Pool. I'm your host, Darth Flocka, the Alchemist, and we are here with my bro god, JD Jones.
what up, dope.
Okay, back again. We've done a couple shits before for sure
Yeah,
on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So, bro's one of the better questionnaires or one of the better question askers, if you will. You know that I've seen. You know, real God. You know, so I appreciate bro even asking, inquiring on wanting to, you know,
yeah,
ask a little bit more about how this shit going and whatnot, or how this this incarceration and this whole death thing we've been working on this here YouTube and on the Spotify. All right. Um, yeah, I want to shout out, bro, for inquiring more because this is what we got. You know, some
hey,
more. We got some more. So, peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses that's tapped in. Like the goddamn video. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
man, no, appreciate it. Flock, man, I appreciate the work you do, because I know you do it for more than you, and it's just an honor to be here. I go by official JD Jones everywhere, and I don't write my questions down, bro. So that's a privilege to and an honor for hear you say that I don't write my questions down, bro.
Oh, for real?
I
See, see what I'm saying? See what I'm
I'm
talking
in
about?
the now, bro. I live in the now, bro.
I know the fuck that's right. Yeah, what he said, official JD Jones on everything. Check him out. One of the
Salute,
guys.
brother. Yeah, this is man. I mean, I had to hit you up, bro. I mean, honestly,
I mean, this is a
what
dope
else?
topic. We're talking about death and then coming back after death. This is some shit that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? This is some whole different shit, you know? And it's a topic that is in America. It's not shot. You would think in America that people are like, no, in America niggas are not afraid of death like that. I mean, some people kind of are, and like people are, but the amount of death that is in like the history and just in the pop culture and in the culture, they throw it the fuck out there. You know what I'm saying? And even in
That's
a lot
right.
of cultures, this was never something to be feared, only revered. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that.
Straight like that. Yeah, I mean, nothing about death is really kind of to me appealing to many though. Let's be honest, right? Like a lot of people are scared of the unknown and shit. Yeah. The way you break it down, though, honestly, if people just tap into like the knowledge of it, it's a beautiful topic, bro. It's a beautiful topic.
Yeah, it's a topic that we all share. Something that we all have in common. All have in common. Everybody got a birth date and everybody got a day that you're gonna exit this bitch.
Second time I heard that shit said today. Just today. Second time I heard those words said, bro. Those were exact words, nigga. I
This
can't
is
make
this
it
is
up,
what we're
bro.
talking about.
I ain't even asked for the first setup. First time I heard it, I ain't asked for it that time, bro. I mean, it's just what it is, bro. Everybody got it.
Yeah. And what's interesting is there's really a lot of material out there when it comes to like dealing with the knowledge. Because here's the thing that I've been trying to explain on these past few is, first of all, the understanding that you are not your physical, okay, but you are the soul in the physical, okay. Now, knowing that, you have to make a differentiance between the two, and if you don't, you are going to have some problems when you die. And it's just as simple as that. There's texts that talk about what this is as far as the incarnation thing and the reincarnation thing, or what the earth is, but then there's some texts that talk about the soul's journey in the afterworld, and what's actually very, very, very interesting is when you compare the two. The last couple that I've been dealing with, especially the one I did on YouTube, um, the last one I was dealing with death. It's interesting because I was dealing with the Tibetan Book of the Dead, right? And on this thumbnail, I got a scene from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. You know, I got the weighing of the heart scene. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
the judgment scene. You know, what's interesting is when you got two of these books talking about the Book of the Dead, Tibetan Book of the Dead, the shit in the damn Chinese, right? And then you got the damn Book of the Dead from Egypt. Now, the difference between the two is they're kind of the same. They're literally one in the damn same. They're just in different cultures.
Okay.
It's
Can
the
you
same.
can you talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah, it's the same science. So when you look at what happens with the soul when the soul dies in how they viewed it in Africa, if you will, in ancient Kemet, you know, in Nubia and things like that, right? They understood that the soul would journey to the afterworld, right? The Ka would separate from the Ba, and this spirit, your soul, would go down and it would go through a series of uh, judgments and tests and things like that, where you, if you will. Now, the deeper the soul gets through the night, you start seeing some crazy ass shit. Even in the Egyptian shit, you start seeing some crazy ass shit, right? Um, you know, soul can get ate up, toe up, and all this extra shit, and all this. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on. You know, and even when you look at the Tibetan Book of the Dead, as you go through these different bardos, these different stages of existence after this shit, you know what I'm saying? Um, if your soul is not worthy, pretty much, you're not gonna make it, or you're gonna keep going through these different stages and whatnot. You can end up getting your ass toe up, or you can end up back here. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, the soul can never be destroyed. So it's a series of just shit that's taking place, but is not ultimately destroying you or whatever. The way I'm looking at it, you know, because when I look at the Tibetan Book of the Dead, it's interesting because they got all of these different tests and these different lights pop up and these different entities appear, these different deities pop up on you, right? And you're faced with pretty much two options. You know, do you go to this bright light or be dazzled by this fucking shit? Are you afraid of this right here? Are you gonna run scared and whatnot? You know, and with the Tibetan Book of the Dead, I like this one because it's actually telling you all of these things are a part of thine own intellect. You know what I'm saying? They're all a part of you at the end of the day. There's nothing outside of you. Like I said right here, it says, the all good father, the all good mother, the great ancestors, all of the Buddhas, and the divine father and the divine mother, these two will also come to thee. Along with these 42 perfectly endowed deities issuing from within thine heart, being the product of thine own pure love, it will come to shine. Know them. O nobly born. Listen, this is very key. These realms are not come from somewhere outside of thyself. They come from within the four divisions of thy heart, which in its center makes five directions. They issue from within there and whine upon thee. The deities too are not come from somewhere else. They exist from eternity within the faculties of thine own intellect. Know them to be of that nature. That is some profound shit. Because it's talking about the ancestors, the great mother, all this shit is all inside of you. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors, all of that is inside of you. All of these deities, these gods, all these different energies out there, all that shit is just another faculty of your own soul. So all the shit that pop up, even when you look at the damn, even when you look at, like I said, the going down to how they describe these scenes in the Book of the Dead from Tibet or in ancient Egypt, regardless, or even in the Greek thing, all of these cultures have their version of the soul after they die, going through a certain series of trials. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, either going to a better place as far as, you know, different levels of the pleroma, if you will, or coming back down here and getting another life sentence. You're on mute, God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that with that said, I'm really here to learn, but there's a lot to learn about it because what we're taught growing up is you die, you go to heaven or hell traditionally. But then as you start to realize, you be like, hold on, it's a lot of material out here about what happens. You just kind of broke down some new material for me and probably a lot of people that's really intrigued about the topic. But do you think, do you not think that there's a holding place? And this is just a simple question because I believe simplicity is genius. So I'll let you.
A holding place. What do you mean by holding place?
I don't know,
Like
like an in between.
yeah, that's what the both of those what I just described. That's the intermediary. You know what I'm saying? When you first get out your body, you know what I'm saying. There's some shit out there. You know what I'm saying? There's literally, and you can either go to these different lights and go, or you can flee and end up caught up and snatched back up. I'm pretty sure they're snatching niggas up out there in the cosmos. You feel me? The way the Gnostics had the shit going in the Nag Hammadi and things like that. And just when you look at all these different depictions of the cosmos and how there's so many different levels above this material realm, but in order for you to get way above up to the top, you have to go through the archons with the eons. You got to go through Yaldabaoth, the fucking demiurge, the creator of this fucking realm, all types of shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? There's some shit out there. But you got to understand one thing. You have to understand one thing. Your soul is primordial, okay? It predates creation. The universe was created. We don't have the date, but the fact that it has one lets you know that you are older than this shit. So if you ever do, when your ass do get outside of your body, remember that shit. This is why your level of consciousness while you down here is very important. The fact that you even are intrigued about this type of shit lets you know that this is probably some things that you knew already in one past life,
right.
you know.
I
And
agree.
being that this wheel, nobody is you got to be a real master to escape the wheel. You know what I'm saying? To truly destroy the wheel and not incarnate again is going to take a lot of effort, and it's going to take basically a uh, a lot of perfected goddamn like shit's got to go all the way right. You know, as far
Yeah.
as you gonna have to get, and that's the thing too. You know, I was reading in the I can't remember which one it was in. It was either in this Gita or this no, it's in this Gita. Okay, remember yourself. All right, let's break something down real quick. Let me not rip this page. Um, okay, so yeah, boom. Where was we dealing with? No, I
Basically,
got you. I got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you.
yeah.
I got you. Neither here nor after. Nor neither here. Okay, so hold on. Arjuna said this is in the bah. Hold on. Bhag Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. God damn it.
Yeah,
I swear
that's
I'm
a
trying to get this shit right. Okay.
say that
Okay.
fast.
Damn it. So, anyways, Arjuna said, Krishna, what happens to the man who, with faith but no self control, wanders from the path of yoga before he becomes mature? Hasn't he lost both the here and the hereafter? Doesn't he, rootless and insubstantial, fade like a cloud in the sky? There is doubt that troubles me. I beg you, please help me, for only you can remove this doubt from my mind. So basically, he's saying, what happens if a nigga starts off on the path, you feel me, and then life gets to his ass and he just fall off the goddamn path, you feel me? And then Krishna goes, neither here nor hereafter, Arjuna, is that man lost. No one who does good work will come to an evil end. Reaching the heaven of righteousness after uncountable years, that man will be born again to parents who are upright and wealthy. He may be even born to parents who have practiced yoga and are wise, though a birth as fortunate as this is more difficult to obtain. There, he regains the knowledge acquired in his former life, and from that point on, Arjuna, he strives towards the ultimate goal. Unconsciously, he returns to his former practice. Even a man who asks about yoga goes beyond formal religion, striving with constant effort, cleansing himself of all sin through many lifetimes. At last, he attains the ultimate goal. So, what Krishna is saying right there is, first of all, we got a lot of shit. We know that there is a continuance of lives, and by me dealing with the astrology within the last few, I'm kind of seeing that too. So being that you go through these series of lives until you get the shit figured all the way to fuck out. If you happen to be born to parents, and if you was doing some shit that was semi decent in the previous, you may be fortunate enough to be born to some parents that are wealthy and got, what I'm saying, not just wealthy, but who are upright and decent human beings. You know what I'm saying? Not crackheads or somebody born on fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? For real, you have to get born to some parents, sex traffic your ass out here in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Getting fucked around and get incarnated. This shit ain't sweet. You get some parents, you get born to some parents that will abuse your ass.
This
Touch
shit
on
ain't
you,
sweet.
do all types of fucked up shit. Motherfuckers want to talk about earth is sweet. No, you happen to be born to some parents that didn't do that to you, Because some motherfuckers, shit was happening from the people in their own goddamn house. Make that
Yeah.
make sense. Okay? But anyways, if you happen to be born to some upright parents, your chances of at least having some form of education and having your head on your shoulders straight is a little bit higher, and then you can somehow unconsciously come back to the shit that you were once on in your previous life. It's almost like everybody returns to what they was on in their previous life a little bit. Your average dumbass from back in the day got somehow snatched back up, and here he back is again. This guy's been an idiot since fucking 16,000 BC. Been a doofus, smacking his head on the goddamn tree and shit. Now he is wandering, doing the same shit, talking to his goofy ass. His own self and shit. You know what I'm saying? Same soul, same motherfucking no consciousness gained. Just unfortunately, and there's no knock to that soul at all. That keeps getting embodied, because at the end of the day, ultimately, like this same text says, the soul was never born. And that's something that we have to conceptualize too,
Yeah.
very much so. The soul was never born, so at the end of the day, what the hell really took place? So even though those people who were born to those fucked up parents, this is how I would rationalize this based on what we're dealing with. Those people who are born to those fucked up parents, the way I would look at it is, the soul ultimately is not going through anything. The human body, the physical body, the illusionary world, the maya, the appearances, the likenesses, and the emanations of what you think is going on, this is, that happened in that realm. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen to the true you. When you identify with your actual physical body, that creates this attachment to this body. And now here you are feeling some type of way about what happens to this body. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, none of this shit really matters. It's kind of fucked up to say, and it's a real high level to conceptualize, but at the end of the day, it's the truth of what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the incarceration of incarnation.
Sure.
I am not a fan of motherfuckers getting incarnated here on earth. I do not think it's a good thing. No.
Well, when you break it down, but think about also back to your point about the soul and how that motherfucker would turmoil within the flesh, even like to the point of sickness to free yourself if you on bullshit and you supposed to be doing something different.
That part. Your soul will reject your worldly life. Your it will reject even your spirit. The soul unborn, never dealing with this. Your spirit. You got three components of yourself: salt, sulfur, and mercury. Right? Your soul unborn, not really giving three shits. Okay. At the end of the day, if you want to know the science of your soul, Brad Pitt from Fight Club. I just had the homie just watch that shit, and he said, bro, you remind me of, he's talking about myself, talking about you remind me of Brad Pitt. Why? Because I'm the nigga that's telling you, fuck it. ultimately it doesn't matter. You sitting there
Yeah.
stressing over a damn job that don't fucking matter. This is why they
Yeah.
put that science in the movie Sixth Sense. They still had this nigga going to work after the fact that he was already dead. He had that much attachment to the physical world. The movie Soul with goddamn Jamie Foxx. The nigga died and was on to the next level. You feel me? And what he want to do? I got a show tonight. I got a show. I gotta get back. Gotta get back. Gotta get back. Gotta get back. Did all that shit throughout the movie to get back to the damn shit, right? And then what happened at the very end? He played in that goddamn concert that he wanted to with that damn lady. And then at the end of the night, she was like, yeah, this is it. It was the most thing he wanted to do forever. You know, he finally had that moment, and she was like, yeah, this is all there is, nigga. See you tomorrow night. And he was just, and it just was showing niggas like, nigga, you doing all of that for what? For what?
Yeah.
For
That
what?
was a gem. The movie was a gem. That
It was
movie
a
was.
fucking gem. Trying to convince a damn soul who ain't never been down here to not come down here. Or to come down here. Come on down. Come be a human. Come turn into a damn dumbass, if you will, for fucking what you call it, for the first X amount of years of your life and hope. Man, it's just so fucked up. And you can get born all the way in goddamn,
Yeah.
there's so many people on earth, your chances of being born in India is high.
Very great, motherfucker. Actually, the fact that we weren't, nigga.
There's so many people. You know what I'm saying? There's too many fucking people on this goddamn plane, and your ass could have
Yeah.
been born over there in goddamn India. Okay, so just
For the record, niggas over here talking about how how uh how bad it is. It really is, but but at the same time, you know,
yeah, you spawned in a decent spot in the Matrix, nigga.
yeah,
Hoorah, hip hip fucking hooray, nigga. You still got the white man on your ass, nigga. He on the
cracking.
world's ass, and that's what I'm sitting here saying. Regardless if he's in power or not, there's always gonna be that dynamic down here. Cause wanna know why? You're dealing with humanity. Humans are the fucking problem. Humans are manipulated and moved by their goddamn emotions and things like that. They're moved by animalistic nature. When you take away, like when you have a human that does not possess consciousness or anything of the sorts, you're dealing with someone who is thinking like a damn animal. When the energy is residing only in the root of their chakras, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with somebody who's on an animalistic nature. Period, point blank. You know, and this is why we see what we see in the world: hypersexualized, animalistic nature. Motherfuckers just humping all on each other. Fucking people killing each other, beating each other over the head with shit. Just real human shit, you know. And like I said, people want to blame all the evil on some outside entity, you know, when really, like I said on these videos, god damn it, the fuck humanity is the enemy of the soul.
Sure.
That's what this shit is all about. Humanity is the enemy of the soul. The human, everything that has to do with being a human and your attachment to the human, because like I was saying, it's the damn, it's the ego is thrives and survives, which is non-existent. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because everybody's putting on a fucking front. Anyways, the ego survives and thrives when it has all this shit to attach onto. The shit that makes me I, or makes you, my name, my hometown, my city, my fucking family, all these, my tribe, all these things give me a identity down here. Nigga, you've had many families, many tribes,
Yeah.
many identities, many different, nigga, you're goddamn a reincarnated Jason Bourne, nigga. It's the same shit, nigga, you don't know who the fuck you are, okay?
No.
And here's the thing, when you really break it down, it truly doesn't matter. You got born with some melanin, you're good. Just, you know, it doesn't matter. You know,
Hey, question for you.
you got some more shit going for you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like who you are ultimately. It don't even matter if you're in a goddamn. If you can conception. It's all about your mind. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people they they can't get there mentally. Their brain doesn't allow them to take and just see their existence here on earth as being meaningless. You know what I'm saying? It's worth a fuck of nothing. You know, you die today, and what the hell happens tomorrow? Everybody moves on. Everybody goes to work. Everybody keeps doing what the fuck they were doing, like clockwork. And then, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, people giving all of this goddamn, what you call it, all of this fucking effort and energy into this system that is just using us and draining us like fucking batteries, like fucking Morpheus said in the Matrix when he held up the damn battery. It was like, nigga, this is what we've been turned into, a fucking operating system. You know what I'm saying? A battery source for the operating system. And what's fucked up is, even on a fucking, on a goddamn higher level, you're still a food source to shit on a higher level too. You know what I'm saying? So not only are you powering the damn matrix by giving a fuck about it in your existence, you know, you're also goddamn, by stressing out about the physical shit that you going through, all these thoughts, emotions act as food source to entities on higher realms. You know? So, like I said, ultimately, this whole situation, it's no go. Okay? It's no go. This is why I see why in the East, I see all the shit in the East, and they're talking about detachment, and attachment is the root, and this clinging is the last thing on this wheel of samsara, how to escape and finally become, is to really much give up, nigga. It's pretty much that simple. To cling on and to have attack, because if motherfuckers died today, we talked about Jamie Foxx, but if you died today on the way to work and you wasn't even in your right frame of mind, you might be still trying to go to work. God damn it. It's as simple as that. I hear tires screeching right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo.
Like, damn, bro. I know how to get to work, dude.
What the fuck was that? You wake up, you don't even know. You don't even know. You just checked out. You know what
Don't
I'm saying?
even know, bro.
And that's the fucking crazy thing. In this book right here, Tibetan Book of the Dead, look, they talking about, nigga, you will have that question. If you make it to us, you're going to be shocked. Oh, am I dead? Huh? Oh, shit. And then, they say after you pass, and then you hear the motherfuckers crying over you and shit, you know what I'm saying, wailing over you, you know what I'm saying, and you can't hear them. I mean, you can hear them, but they can't hear you. You start to feel a type of way, you know, and now you're feeling that same earthly fucking feeling, that mortal feeling as a goddamn spirit. Ayo. And then there you are with this attachment to the physical world, and this is the shit that draws you down. These are low vibration. Listen, okay, so let's put it like this: if let's say when you die, right, you like dematerialize as a spirit, and you just start to goddamn expand back into your right, to oneness, right, and then all of a sudden you're like super attached to this physical world, and everything in the physical world is the lowest vibrating shit in the whole cosmos. Knowing that, right? So knowing that that's the most low vibrating shit, here you are condensing back down into matter, nigga. Instead of, and that's just through attachment. That's just through goddamn wanting to be goddamn down here so much you can't goddamn vibrate on a higher level. You sitting here worried about these low vibrational beings, these mortals that are crying over something that doesn't die. I don't die. I survive, I thrive, I multiply. God damn it. There is no end of me. There'll be an end of this physical vessel you guys believe you know as me, but there is no ending me truly. Okay?
Like,
I'll be back.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Can't kill energy.
No,
right?
Energy cannot be killed at all, especially not this type of energy. We're dealing with primordial chaos. Okay? The shit we are created from is primordial chaos. The shit that we're living in and the motherfuckers that people are praying to, these The gods that people are praying to, even all these pantheons and shit, and all of that shit, like the Greek gods, you look at the Greek gods, you see a little bit of how the fuck we get down here. You know what I'm saying? This younger group of gods overthrow the older damn group of gods. You feel me? You see on that damn picture I showed of the damn nigga sitting there meditating, what was in the
Yeah.
middle of the damn solar system? It was Saturn. Because during the golden age, when the gods ruled, Saturn was the goddamn sun. Okay? Now, being that on a cosmic level switched up, the sun now the damn center of the damn shit. Saturn got thrusted out. It's Kronos and his kids and all them shits got thrown down here. You know what I'm saying? And now goddamn Zeus and all his motherfuckers, Mercury and all these niggas, Apollo, all these niggas, goddamn on our ass. You know? As far as, you know, these Greek gods ruling over the mortals. You know, and the mortals was created from what in the Greek? They were created from the Titans. You feel me? These were the primordial beings that pre-existed before these goddamn gods came. Period. Before these even gods was born from Zeus. So at the end of the day, we are above all of this shit. That's what I'm trying to convey. The message that I have, that we are above creation. We pre-exist before creation. This whole heaven and hell shit. What does it say? Fear not those that can destroy the body, but fear the one, or fear him that can destroy both the body and the soul in hell. Him, first of all, him's a bitch. Okay? The God that claims that he can destroy something. This is the goddamn arrogance. Sound like the goddamn white man wrote that damn shit. You feel me? Because he did. That shit was written in Greek. That was written in Romans, goddamn it. Shit was written by the goddamn Romans. Yeah. Fear God. Your soul can be destroyed. You must fear and follow and render unto Caesar. You know, all the same shit that we've heard, you know.
And the nigga say, to live is Christ, which is your God self, but to die is the gain. So the nigga tell you that
You gotta die, huh? And even when you look at the same book, the Bible tell you, peace to the gods in the chat.
you see the gods.
When you look at the Bible, there's also another verse in there, right? It says, I am the God of the living, not the God of the dead. I am the God of the living, not the God of the dead. Now, this is very interesting, okay? The reason why this is interesting is because, first of all, when you look at your meaningless existence of life on Earth, it's a fucking blip. Some people are only down here for like 4 years, die at 4. Some people down here for 12, 16. I lost my first homie, he was 19. Oh, no, he was fucking 11. No. He was 13 or 14. It was my freshman year. My third baseman, who played on all my baseball teams, started smoking meth because off himself early. You know what I'm saying? Got out of here.
Yeah.
Didn't even live long. So here's the thing, what I'm getting at. So you got this God who's only the God of the living. So this nigga's only your God. This is why I say he's more like a warden, you know? Because he's only your God while you're down here in the physical. He's only ruling and reigning over your physical goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I like that scripture even more is because he specifically says, I am not the God of the dead. And you go all the way back to Africa. When what did we do? We had one of the highest sciences of the soul laced under the story of the God of the dead. Asar, Wosir, Osiris. So, if Osiris is the first Christ, on the mummy it said KRST. In the story, he was the first God that was resurrected from the dead. He became Lord of the underworld. The damn Christians talking about their God is not no God of the living. He's God of the living, not the living. Nigga, what? Man, come on now. You're gonna spend more time in the other side than you are even in this bitch. This is some temporal shit. This is some literal temporal. This is some temporal shit. At the end of the day, it is.
Yeah, it's way more temporal than eternal.
What the fuck? So any God telling you I'm the God of the living, he's telling you I'm your temporary God, nigga.
I think so. I'm a right now God.
I'm a God for the now. Look down. Listen, look down. If you can see your hands, I'm your God, nigga. And listen, even if you can't see your hands, because you know there's blind people and deaf people and all of that, this, that, and the third. Listen, if you even having a goddamn thought, nigga, this is the God of your gods.
That nigga don't discriminate.
He don't. He don't. He don't. He don't. He don't. He don't. And this is why, like I said, I truly appreciate the Gnostics in their understanding of, you know what I'm saying, of how I like their rendition of it, you know, because they didn't hold back. Nah, nigga. Earth is the prison for the soul. Period, point blank. The motherfuckers who created you to keep you deaf, dumb, and ignorant. They wanted to keep you deaf, dumb, and ignorant. They wanted to put these things on you, they wanted to tie your senses up. Your goddamn senses. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand who we are. You know? Who we are. This shit has been known for centuries, nigga, but the knowledge was lost because everybody goddamn following, everybody goddamn been following all of these religions that's based on fundamentalism and morality and a person's behavior. And we have to understand that your behavior on earth, oh my God, the word morality is by definition a person's behavior in society. And I always tell motherfuckers, how can you base somebody's morality? How can you even talk about morality in a society that was based on goddamn slavery, rape, torture, fucking prejudiceness, lynching, all the shits? So how can you even judge somebody's morality? Who the fuck is even all this shit comes from other humans, nigga. No creator, God, or no nothing inscribed nothing on nothing. Just said what there is or isn't. The whole good and bad thing is a construct that was created. The good and bad, good and evil, all of these things are just human conceptions. And once you understand and elevate past the damn shit, there is no good and bad. There's no evil or good. Because look at nature. Nature doesn't differentiate between what's good or bad. Nigga, you say, oh, that damn tornado was evil, nigga. This is how the ancients used to look at shit. They call it a certain god, said that God was mad at him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't understand the damn shit. What they did understand, it was nature, that God showing his wrath. You know what I'm saying? The power and that force showing his goddamn wrath. We don't understand the damn shit, you know? We have lost touch of what nature truly is, okay? People talk about, I want to become one with nature and I want to be one, you tree-hugging motherfucker. Listen here, nature, take your stupid ass out. Everybody say that shit, live in a damn house. You go out there and have to build your own goddamn house from scratch. With fucking no axe, no nothing. You gotta sharpen rocks and shit. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Drop your ass off anywhere on the earth with nothing, nigga. And you sit here and tell me earth is the shit. Get your
Who
ass.
gonna win?
Huh?
Who gonna win?
Yeah, you or nature. Nature ain't finna say, oh, it's about to be, nature's being mean to me. Nigga, no, nigga, it is what it is, okay? And the faster we learn this shit, you feel me? And that's the thing, too. Like I said, the knowledge has been lost. I'm about to read what that knowledge is. This is coming from The Lost Light by Alvin Boyd Kuhn. For everywhere throughout antiquity, earthly life was depicted as our death. Okay? Yeah. Earthly life in all of antiquity was depicted as our death. When you understand what these sacred and ancient texts are really talking about. Because, first of all of these different cultures that had these ancient texts, right? They all had their own mystery schools. They all had their systems for spiritual development for adepts, neophytes, hierophants, all this shit, right? So, sages, priests, right? What the fuck was they learning in the goddamn mystery school? What was so goddamn secret that the damn profane and all the humans, all the rest of these motherfuckers couldn't piece of the gods? what was so secret that these niggas couldn't tell to the public? It's the same thing as the fucking Matrix, nigga. When Morpheus was telling them, hey, we can't just go telling people, they love the Matrix. You know, they'll never understand. Like I said, it took it to you about 30 years old, you know, you're going to be praying to a God. You're going to be praying to these deities. You're going to be worshiping some shit. And then once you got to a certain level, they would finally break it on your ass, give you the red pill, and say, look here, these gods that you've been praying to your whole goddamn life are nothing more than faculties of your own intellect, parts of your own soul and your own divine nature, right? And, you know, if you was to tell that to a Christian, like, hey, you're supposed to become Christ, not worship him, or not pray in his name, they'll want to fight you, you know? But then somebody who would take the actual red pill and go to the mystic level and be like, okay, there's more to this shit. Okay, he's not a literal figure, but a figure in which to model after on a Christ level. You know what I'm saying? Not this literal shit that we're dealing with. You know, fundamentalism. You know, strict literal laws and orthodoxy and taking literal interpretation of the fucking scripture. Like, oh, there was a man conceived by an invisible spirit, and now this woman is pregnant. No, Joseph, your hoe was going. She went while you was gone.
Yeah,
and now you finna be the stepdaddy for the God for God in the flesh. Yeah, believe that shit if you want to. When you look at these stories, you feel me? Let me finish what I was reading. Okay, it says the facts did stand that they did call our life here death, and that when they spoke of the dead in sacred books, it is indubitable that they meant the living humans. The word death and the dead are used in old scriptures to refer to living humanity in earthly embodiment. We scurrying mortals are the dead of the Bible and other sacred books, and the death spoken of there is our living existence here. So yes, you're living some goddamn Truman Show, Nightmare on Elm Street shit. This is a fucking bad dream. You know what I'm saying? You already dead, nigga. And once you get that in your mind, and once you can see this as hell, then you can see the tree of life. You feel me? Then you can see the bottom of the tree of life where you rest at Malkuth, and how you gotta emanate all those different emanations that are coming from up above, all raining down here on here. You know, what we're dealing with in this realm is a whole goddamn what we're dealing with this realm is a whole goddamn fucking hold on. I lost my train of thought because I seen something on this page I haven't read in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, this is exactly what the fuck I've been saying. All right, it says death and the dead have not been read as covers of a far profounder sense than the superficial one. To be sure, it is death in a sense to be understood as dramatic and relative only, and it pertains to the soul in man, not to the body. Life and death are ever two ends on a seesaw, and at one end goes the death and the other rises to life. Listen, the death of the body releases the soul to higher life. Conversely, the death of the soul as it sinks in a body opens the day of life to that body. So understand, when your soul came down here and incarnated, it was its death. And this body was given life. And when you go forth by day, what they call the book of the dead, when your soul rises and releases, you feel me? This is when you go to a higher level, unless you want to cling on and attach and grasp onto aspects of your sorry bitch ass humanity that you love so goddamn much. And I have to talk about it in that way so that you don't think about it as highly as you should. Look at you, ego. My humanity is good. Nigga, I have a good life, nigga. Everything is good my way. I love this shit. I'm pretty sure you fucking do. All right? I'm pretty sure you do. All right? Now listen. The plunge, goddamn right. I'm told you, I'm like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, nigga. What do you why you think I blew up your apartment? Nigga, he was loving that motherfucker too much.
Yeah.
You was in there getting all cozy and shit like, nah, nigga. Nah, growth and development, nigga. Nah, the phoenix must rise from the ashes, nigga. And a lot of people are literally stunting their own, a lot of people are stunting their own physical matrix illusion by choosing to play by the construct's rules.
Yeah.
You have free will, motherfucker. All these damn rules and shit that you see, rules and regulations, this shit was all created by man. And I don't give a damn about none of this shit, especially it was created by white men. If you knew the history of these motherfuckers, you would listen to a goddamn thing they said. What the fuck? So knowing that, that's just the goddamn truth. But listen, the plunge into carnality that brought death and all our woe to the soul brought life to the lower man. So this is why in the Buddhist shit, this is why they talk about suffering. When does suffering begin? Suffering begins at birth. Why the fuck would the Buddhists thousands of years ago talk about suffering begins at birth? Here's a hint. You come into earth crying, nigga. If coming into earth was a good thing and babies was happy to be here, why the hell do they not come in this bitch smiling? I don't see a lot of these animals getting birthed crying.
Or niggas know how to walk coming out the womb.
Motherfucking lamb know how to goddamn walk 2 seconds. You know, coming out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You come back to earth, you about to shit on yourself again. You got motherfuckers talking to you like goo goo gaga, all this shit like you's a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Suffering. This is why you come in this bitch crying, because you know you about to go through a lifetime of hell in this bitch. Stuck. Unless you're born to a wealthy family, you're born to a rich family, then you're really going to get caught up in the bliss. Then you're really going to get caught up in the matrix. So you better be glad you got your fair dose of pain and suffering to keep your ass grounded. Keep your ass hating this bitch a little bit. Anytime some fucked up shit happens, you should be like, God damn it, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Earth, nigga.
Yeah.
Only pain and suffering is it's on earth, nigga. It's the only place. This is the lowest vibrational place in the fucking cosmos. There is no worse place than earth, nigga. Do not let nobody ever threaten you with no damn hell. Don't ever let no Christian or no damn Muslim or anybody that believe in one of these fundamental religions come threaten your soul, nigga. Or try to judge you based on some sort of behavior and some sort of morality based on what the fuck you doing. The whole of the law is do thou wilt. It's as simple as that. If you understand what all of this shit, you can't be mad at nobody down here for doing whatever the fuck they want. You could be mad at you for having some sort of attachment thinking that shit was permanent, you know. That's what you really, everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. You die, your significant other is not gonna go sexless.
What's the matter, bro?
If you die, your significant other's fucking sexual organs do not become deactivated. They will be on to the next. Yeah. This is life, bruh. You're here while you're here. It's cool. I'm fucking with you while you're here. But when motherfuckers ain't here, they're gone. Your job, I didn't seen it. Literally. I woke up to the call. Oh, cuz died at work. Damn, the nigga who I worked with every night. Every night he helped me change the saw. Talk to this motherfucking white boy every single fucking day. Every day. Anyways, cuz goes to day shift. Like 2 weeks later, fucks around and just dies on the damn job, nigga. Don't get killed by no machinery. Don't get nothing. Nigga just dies. Nigga, they said he sat down and the nigga just died. When I tell you, not only was he replaced, one of them other janky ass white boys stole his backpack. You will get replaced and your shit stolen as you get carted off down here. Literally. And because you didn't die in a fucked up way, like the company shit didn't crush you to death, and you just happened to check out, your family doesn't get any money, even though you died at work. Welcome to Earth, nigga. Read the terms and conditions. All right. It says, now listen, this is just, listen. The plunge into carnality that brought death and all our woe to the soul brought life to the lower man. That was part of its purpose. Who? The gods came to die that we mortals might live. Nigga, it is us that's walking through the goddamn valley of the shadow of death right now. Why fear any evil, nigga? All of this shit is illusionary. If a motherfucker point a gun to your goddamn head, what? That shit ain't finna hurt if he shoot you. If he shoot you in the leg, that shit's gonna hurt. But if he shoot you in the head, nigga, you're out of here. What are you fearing? It's gonna be fearful because your natural human, you'll start to cling. Oh shit, I could be done. I'm finna die. Oh no, what about, you start thinking about your kids, you start thinking about your wife, you start thinking about all the attachments that you have. You point a gun at one of them goddamn Buddhist monks in the goddamn cave over there that's been meditating for 20, he don't give a fuck what you do, nigga. He don't give a fuck what you do. He done found that place and whatnot already. Man, he might have seen this day coming, nigga. As much meditation as these niggas be doing. So at the end of the day, it's like, depending on your level of consciousness, depending on what mental plane you are operating on, the shit that we're dealing with is on some God level shit. I just read to you, the gods came to die that we mortals might live. The mortals are living because the God died. The soul plunged into carnality. When you even break down how the ancient Egyptians, the mummification process, why they wrapped up the body in linen. The linen represented your skin that encased the damn soul in the body. They understood this shit to a science.
Yeah.
To a science. It says, okay, I love this part. The gods came to die that we mortals might live, that they came that both they and we might have life more abundantly, but at what cost to themselves? A long walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Theirs was the death on the cross of flesh and matter. This is what you was crucified on. Flesh and matter. And they keep referring to these gods, okay? This is the interesting thing. Okay, these gods need to be broke down because they already broke down. Let me find this chapter.
Yeah.
It's right here.
The redemption name.
The gods are right here. It says the tradition of man having lost paradise. And this is what's interesting. There's a go through and search these images called Paradise Lost. Go search the images, the engravings that they did. It's a book about Satan and Lucifer and his fall from paradise. I love the images that are in it because it's like, you niggas want me to bow down and worship and do all this shit to you bitch ass niggas? Fuck you. I'm not doing it. The fucking creator got them angels up there, goddamn. A tent hut, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. Nah, hell no. Free. So listen. The tradition of man's having lost paradise, having been cast out of heaven and thrown into a prison, a dungeon, a pit, a lake of pitch, a dark cavernous underground where suffering was intensified by fire, was almost universal in the background of theological belief over a long period. This wide possession might have remained highly instructive had not Milton, in common with all save isolated groups of Hermeticists in Europe, Hermeticists, nigga, motherfuckers who studied this shit right here, Hermet, man, listen, it's all there, except for these motherfuckers, lost the signal knowledge that the fallen angels, the rebel hosts, the armies of Satan and Lucifer were collectively man himself, and that fiery lake unto which they were hurled was just our good earth. This tradition was the far-trailing descendant of the ancient mysteries in which the drama of man's evolution was enacted in the great festivals, blah, blah, blah. So when it's talking about these gods came down here and plunged into the shit, it's talking about these angels, these deities that was at one point in time on high. We know it as the story of the Bible. It's just, guess what? The bad niggas who they said fell down here, that's really your ass. The demons that they say walk the earth and shit, the demon is what? Your tutelary deity, your higher self, your genius, your true self, nigga. It's you. The demon. They taught you in the church to rebuke your own soul. Without your soul popping up as the shadow or turning into Set, The adversary making you do dumbass shit, and unconsciously you're like, why the fuck did I do that? Your shadow popped up on your ass. Now you left to deal with the mess. But it's the mess that creates the higher version of you. It's how you go to another level, is by going through shit. It's through pain and suffering. It's like I said, if you was born into one of these lives where, you know what I'm saying, you was born where a motherfucker rich and shit, you might not have that benefit. But all them bums on the corner who's going through all the shit, and everybody that's fucked up and down bad and just couldn't shake back and couldn't goddamn fucking get past all the bullshit that they end up enduring on earth. What does it say? What the fuck did the fucking Christ say? Nigga, the last shall be first. Nigga, you niggas don't get it? Everybody's striving to be first so that when they die, they gonna be last. Because the more shit you get, the more attachments that you have to it. Is this shit making sense to you niggas or what?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So, like I said, we are walking through a long walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Okay? Now it says right here, there is strictly no death in the form of total extinction of being for any part of real being. No, you cannot die. Okay? So listen, it says right here. Hold on. Carmen, are you good? Carmen. Tighten up. Okay, look, for there were always two deaths spoken of in the books of the past. It was the death in the first place. For them to come under the heavy depression of fleshly existence. That's the first death spoken of. So when they be talking about your damn, the multiple deaths and the death of this in the Bible and all this, your body can die the first death and your soul gonna die the second death and all these different deaths and shit. Anyways, it was death in the first place for them to come under the heavy depression of fleshly existence. This was the first death, but to sink further down and to be lost in the murks of animal sensualism to a degree that made the return to their heavenly state next to impossible was to suffer the second death, of which the soul ever stood in fear and terror in the old text. For the first death was incarnation, the second was failure to rise and return to the Father. Hear me the fuck out. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. It's already enough to fucking die and come down here. But to actually get caught up in the fucking animal sensualism, like they call it, remember I said the fucking root chakra, just staying at your lower, just hella just physical, earthly carnality. This was to sink further. You don't give a fuck about what? Knowledge of self. Knowledge of soul. To remember that, nigga, this is all a dream, nigga. And that when you done with the dream, nigga, go on. Get the fuck on. Don't be Bruce Willis, nigga. Don't be Jacob from Jacob's Ladder getting his ass tormented down in this bitch. Just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, yeah, man. You don't wanna fall into the second death, which is ignorance. This is why I call all the ignorant motherfuckers walking around here dead niggas.
Yeah.
A bunch of dead niggas.
It gets sticky right there. Like, if a nigga can't conceptualize though that you talk about Jacob's Ladder, like what was the main purpose of or main point of that movie to you?
Upandana. Clinging. Attachment. Grasping on. He was on his deathbed in Vietnam. He was kabooey, nigga. You're not coming back. You want to come back to a fucking shit with some half your head blown up. You're finna die, nigga. So give it up. Your body's in there trying to fight it. And I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And your mind's going through all this different shit. I got it. Give it up. Just give it up. Clinging on is how you. This is what forms that attachment to the fucking physical. You know.
What about niggas in a coma? What's your
These
take on
individuals.
that?
They're see, and that's an interesting thing too, because they're still alive. So they're in their mind somewhere. They're in the void somewhere. I truly couldn't tell you where the coma niggas are at. But to be, and that's what's interesting. You guys could be in a niggas in a coma, probably living a whole nother life and shit, cause you sleep, nigga. And this is why when it comes to talking about shit like this, it's like, oh, when you talk about all of this being a dream and whatnot, it's interesting because it's like, yo, oh, it's not a dream, nigga. All right, motherfucker, it's not.
I mean, take a ride around your neighborhood and look at the houses that you think were there because they're supposed to be. It's just that a nigga wanted them houses to be there, and you happen to be seeing these fucking houses, bro, and you're in this illusion of what you think reality is, because reality is one person's view, isn't it?
Subjective, very much so. Cause like I said, some people come in this bitch. This nigga's talking shit about Earth. I'm out of here. Fuck. He must be miserable. I'm actually not. Okay. I have reasons to be miserable, but it's the constant dose of misery. It's kind of like Darth Vader. You know, this motherfucker's suit is fucking him up the whole time. You know, hindering his ass the whole time. It was designed in that way. You know, he's powerful, he's strong, the coldest nigga, but Palpatine, who designed his suit, you know, designed it to keep his ass at bay a little bit, so he never just tried the goddamn creator, if you will. You know, it's
Yeah,
kind of like me right now, you know, and you too, you know.
sure.
Yeah, we're in this goddamn meat suit, you know, doing the best we goddamn can with the damn restrictions, you know what I'm saying? My knee was hurting and shit. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? And you said you just hurt your fucking foot? What kind of shit?
Yeah.
Humanity, nigga. Human body.
But don't that shit, or don't niggas talk about you probably miserable. This knowing this shit keeps you from going fucking insane. It keeps you from being miserable.
That's the paradox. How do you find, because we're talking about death, right? We're talking about this being an illusion. We're talking about already, see, once here's the thing, it's like, oh, you niggas talking about death. See, here's what you didn't know. Everything you thought you knew, right? Nigga, you're already dead, nigga. So knowing that this is a dream, I already say all the time, if you wouldn't argue with a motherfucker in your actual dream, why would you argue with somebody in this one? If your dream, in your dream state, a motherfucker, your brain doesn't know the difference between when you're awake and when you're asleep. You feel the exact same emotions that you would feel awake when you go through shit in your dream. How many times can you go to sleep and wake up before you don't know if you're still taking a nap in fucking second grade? That's one hell of a trip. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. And can't nobody tell me that they do know. Oh, I know for a fact this is real reality. Do you, nigga? Because your form of reality is not that nigga's reality. You feel me?
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
and everybody's walking around here in their own universe. You know what I'm saying? It's all mental. So at the end of the day, everybody's just a figment of their own goddamn imagination in a way. You know, it's truly a divine paradox.
It
Okay?
is. It really is. And then you think about this, like how people always talk about the 1%, in the world, the wealthy. But them niggas is 1% for a reason. 99% of us always get to a point and say, this collectively, we say this shit sucks at some point.
It does. It does. Niggas got to figure out what they want to eat for the rest of eternity. Every day, I got to figure out what I want to eat. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You're conditioned, aren't you? You become a good mortal.
You just don't get it,
You
bro.
niggas don't get it. Like just the I gotta fucking gotta goddamn piss shit, go to sleep, all the extra shit that just keeps niggas like just like yo, niggas are animals for real. You know, like there's no other way to put it. The human body, like if you was like a damn alien and you came down here and you seen this, like there's a whole bunch of shit on Earth, animals, all type of shit, and then there's those motherfuckers that stand up and walk around and talk and shit. If you didn't understand it, you would just look at them and observe them. You're like, yo, these motherfuckers is fucked up. Motherfuckers is crazy. They got big metal ships with bombs on them and shit. Like, yo, wait, what? They got fucking flying goddamn, man, what? They'll bomb the shit out of you. They got some shit they can inject in your ass. Tear your ass up. They never had
Yeah.
needles and shit back in the heyday. Now they got some
And
shit that they can inject in your ass.
these niggas can't be stopped.
Man, what? And they slowing everybody down too. This goddamn, I was over there. I was just out there in goddamn Michigan a couple weeks ago. Nigga, almost all these motherfuckers got goddamn autism and shit. There's something in the goddamn water. Goddamn, one in 30 motherfuckers is being born autistic now. Good luck
But
getting the higher levels of knowledge at that point. If you know, you can't even, you know what I'm saying? This shit fucked up down here. And that's a soul in that motherfucker with a dysfunctional fucking vehicle.
and wanted to be here. Let's not forget that part.
And what?
That soul wanted to be here.
It's possible, because at the same, it's the other side of that coin is why the fuck would you want to get incarnated as into a fucked up paraplegic body or some fucked up motherfucker with paraplegia or some damn, you know? That's my
We
rebuttal.
just like we talk about in India. Nigga, we didn't get bored in India, but them niggas happened to get bored. They found a womb, and the womb
They
was
did.
fucked up.
They did. They did. I have not got that far in the text of this, the whole womb thing. Let's take a peek. Let's take a
Them
peek
niggas
real quick.
found the womb, bro, and that bitch was had some deformities.
Hey, we got lucky. I'm gonna tell you that. So
That shit.
I've never read this before. I'm over here shocked a little bit. It says, for real, this is the third method of closing the womb door. Still, if it be not closed, even by that, thou will findest thyself ready to enter the womb. The third method of repelling attachment and repulsion is hereby shown unto thee. Hold on. Oh, there are four kinds of birth: birth by egg, birth by womb, supernormal birth, and birth by heat and moisture. Amongst these four, birth by egg and birth by womb agree in character. So, if oh shit, if you're about to be born a male, the feeling of itself being a male draweth upon the knower, and a feeling of intense hatred towards the father, of jealousy and attraction. So, and if you're about to be born a female, its feeling of being a female dawned upon a knower, feeling of intense hatred towards the mother, and intense attraction towards the fondness of the father is begotten. What? Yeah, so there's a lot of shit going on in even being born, choosing a body, choosing to be whatever the fuck you are. I'd have to study that a little bit more in depthly, but clearly there's some shit. There's definitely some shit in that. Okay.
Yeah,
Damn, I just opened up to some shit.
yeah.
Hold on. Mid- Okay, this is talking about the Titans. Titans buried within the heart. Okay. So basically, this is what's talking about how we get. Okay, this is when I was basically the whole remembrance process picture. If you got the mind, Exodia. You remember what Exodia looked like? It's a
No,
Yu-Gi-Oh. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's basically set up like Allah: arm, leg, arm, head, and you basically it's a card game. And first of all, getting a leg or piece of that card is rare as fuck. But in the game, the rules are if you happen to have all five pieces and you get them in your hand,
okay.
you hold them all in your hand, the game's over. You automatically win. Okay.
I think it's coming back to me a little bit.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. So Exodia, the forbidden one, and it's a big ass Egyptian god. The forbidden one, nigga. That's Osiris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, knowing that, this is a card that's been fragmented. You get all the pieces back together, the game's over. It's pretty much
Yeah.
the same thing as us. When you come down here, your mind is pretty much fragmented. And what you're supposed to do when you're down here is you got to put your shit back together. Because the fucking archons and the demiurges, they make sure that your ass forget who you were on the way back. That's a part of the shit. That's the number one vice. That is the number one vice. It says in the
Yeah.
number one vice it says is literally forgetting your divine origin and truly thinking that you're simply a human with a soul. No, nigga, you're a soul stuck in a human. All right, you
Yeah.
must understand that shit. Okay.
Eh,
Now, when dealing with the fragments, um, it says each unit of division, when incubated in the lower realm, begins to renew its father's life. It must arise and return to the father's estate. The son must restore the parent who is okay, blah blah blah. Buried within the heart of each fragment, then, is the hidden Lord of divine life, and from no one is absent. He dwells there as the guide, the guardian, the comforter, and informing intelligence of the organism. He is the Holy Spirit, the flame, thy ray, the lamp unto our feet, says Paul. That is the daemon, your guardian angel, your true self. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You got that fragment of divinity that God had in you. It's in you. You know what I'm saying? Straight
Yeah,
like that.
for sure.
Okay. Oh, it says it right here. The ancients oft this term the presence are daemon or guardian angel. It is in the famous case of Socrates. It is that attendant monitor who stands behind the scenes of the outer life, instant to bless, ready to serve, and is never failing to help in trouble. His counsel is never lacking if one seeks it or is not previously stilled its small voice. So if you have not tapped in with your daemon, your guardian angel, or something of the sorts, there are a few rituals out there. There's a lot of books out there on how to contact and make contact and, you know what I'm saying, deal with the guardian angel or your daemon. Um, because, yes, there is a part of you sitting right on the outside ready to aid and abate and help with everything that you truly got going, you know.
Is
Somebody
this
that's there for you.
verbal, non-verbal? Is that like a lot of it? Do you think a
This
lot of
can
it?
this can be verbal. You can have communication, and even then, if it's not a direct communication, you just have to know how the shit work. You know, because if you speaking to some shit on yourself, you speaking and you believing, and all you got to do is pay attention. And if you pay attention, I'm pretty sure you'll see if you get your shit answered or if whatever you trying to get worked out work. You know what I'm saying? On the outside, same thing with the ancestors and all these different things and shit like that. Um, you start dealing with that and dealing with those different energies that are always just different faculties of you, outside, inside, as above, so below, as within, so without. However you want to look at it. You start working with these energies and you start to. This is where magic comes in. You feel me? I know that what I'm doing, and I'm doing this and doing all this shit for this reason, and I know this reason. I know this is real, and I know this is about to equal up to this working. It's all my will. All forms of the magical process have to do with the mind. Remember that.
Yeah.
Everything begins and ends in the mind. The number one thing that you must have is belief in yourself, your true self. Belief in your true self. That's where all this shit boils down to.
For
Okay?
sure. You ever seen a nigga talk or operate in his daemon, and then go go do exactly what they aimed out to do because they could, and then they go and tell a nigga, "Thank you, God," or an external God for making this shit happen.
All the
When the
time.
whole time, yeah,
All the time. Ex- giving praise to something outside themselves is ignorance. That's what it is. Um,
that's why I respect that nigga Snoop. He said, "I want to thank me."
you damn right. I seen that. I seen that. Yeah, I want to thank me. Goddamn it, because it was me who goddamn put in all this goddamn work. Fuck that. And Soup don't believe in no damn God. That nigga painting his nails and doing all types of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly,
He ain't he don't.
exactly.
That's yeah. Well,
Nigga, mama was an evangelist, bro.
exactly. Looking for this
But
goddamn this verse. I literally have this entire
Yeah,
motherfucking highlighted, bro. This is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. If you guys don't got this text, um, this is The Lost Light by Alvin Boyd Kuhn. You see how much heat we got in this motherfucker? This right here. If you don't got this, if you got it, read it. If you got it, just open this motherfucker up, man. There's some heat in that bitch. I swear for life. Okay? Um, what is there here? Modern spiritualism needs to be enlightened with the assurance that matter is in itself neither good nor evil, but neutral. It has no moral quality in itself, but receives such from good or evil use made of it as any mechanical invention. Whatever seems evil exists indeed for the sake of good. And we could break that down too, but
yeah,
to,
that's heavy.
that's heavy. Whatever evil exists indeed for the sake of the good. Okay, to divinity, therefore, nothing is evil, not even the things which are called evil, for he uses these also to a good purpose. For he, the demiurgus, concealed evil in the use of good. Evil consists of the uh, privation of symmetry between the form and matter. So, the last statement is a detail which doubtless most relevant. The God and animal being conjoined in one organism, evil arose from the want of harmony between them. A conflict was inevitable. Paul's war against the flesh, and Paul's war, Paul's war of the flesh against the soul was on. The animal could no longer drift in the course of its unintelligent natural instinct, and on his part, the God was erratic. The God was erratic in his incipient lordship over the lower forces. What measure of human wretchedness, instability, and recklessness does not flow from these factors operative in the situation? Hence, Lucifer became transformed into Satan. Without his intrusion, the animal would have known no evil, no aberrancy, no convention of cyclic order, without constant pain and distress, but he would have purchased the countenance of his Halcyon blissfulness at the cost of remaining an animal. He could not step across the gap between beast and sentient man without awakening the knowledge of good and evil. The God stepped into the beast's own providence and brought that disturbing influence, began the harrowing process for both learning through suffering. But the God's stripes we are healed, and both by he and his pupil many anguish and healing is effected. So that's some interesting shit. What we got, exactly what I was saying. The fucking human being is referenced to being put in an animal, and once that happened, or once the soul was put, because you gotta think, imagine this: you're this super divine, fucking whatever the fuck, and then millions of years ago, you got fucking these motherfucking humans on Earth, right? And then, all, mind you, about millions of years ago, you can go back and look at, some of the shit what the fuck he was on. So, you being a soul being thrown into one of these motherfuckers, it's like, whoa, the fuck is this? I'm now down here, like, you gotta figure it out, and you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is why they said between flesh, the difference between the flesh and the spirit and that animal nature. This is why that story of Daniel in the lion's den, all the biblical stories are dealing with the alchemical transformation of the soul. Okay, so one of them I like is Daniel in the lion's den, right? He was thrown in there, he didn't get eaten. The whole ass nigga who goddamn hated on him, he got thrown in there, he got eaten, right? What is that symbolizing? When you, as the God, get thrusted down here into this physical body, you have to, which is called an animal, you have to learn to tame the beast. It's as simple as that. You have to learn to dwell safely in this animal body. You cannot be ruled over by your animal sensations, having your energy rooted in the root. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot be ruled. You must rule the animal body. It's as simple as that. You are the God incarnate. And that's why this whole thing is controlling your desires, controlling your attachment, just controlling the earthly sensations that this animal is gonna feel. Because like you getting thrusted into this entity, you're like, all right, listen, nigga, I'm in charge now. You know, I know you're gonna have certain urges and certain desires and certain natural instincts that you're going to have. You know, this is why I'm not taking anything away from anyone or saying you must do this or not do this or anything of the sort. You do whatever the fuck you want. You know, but understand ultimately, Daniel was not consumed by those lions because he was representative of someone who had mastered his animal body and was able to dwell safely in that animal body with the most vicious, the most vicious animal of them all on Earth, which is the goddamn human who can create a goddamn nuclear bomb and drop it on you, wipe your whole goddamn tribe off the map. Only the humans are the most evilest thing aside from the motherfuckers who created us in the cosmos. You can see that as above, so below. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. If we are created in the image of these hoe ass gods who goddamn we're above, if this body and all of this shit is created in they bitch ass image, you know what I'm saying? We have to understand. If humans are on some cutthroat shit, killing each other, doing all this shit, look at who the fuck we're representing. Oh, humans are created in the image of God. Well, I'm gonna tell you, the gods up there are fucked up bastards then, because in any way, if we created in these bitch ass niggas' image, then there ain't no motherfucking way. They ain't on some bullshit up there, and I'm telling you, they are on some bullshit up there. Even look at the damn movie Soul. They had these souls lined up in order, ready to go. You get a body over here. You get a body. We got a body for you. Make sure, okay, he's going to be born over here. You're going to be a what when you grow up? Okay, boom. We got the whole organization of incarnation. Your ass, when you die, your ass might end up at the damn DMV. Shit might look like Beetlejuice, nigga. Shit might look like Beetlejuice. All right, step up. You got a motherfucker shocked. Where am I? Listen, snap out of it. All right, you're dead. You want to get back? All right, I know you do. You got some attachment, don't you? Come step right over here, attachment. Everybody with an attachment to something on Earth, to the right. Everybody go to the damn right. You know what
Boy,
I'm saying?
you love this shit, don't you? You
My
be like,
kids is down there. I got to get back. My wife is down there. Somebody's going to fuck her. My
you
fucking
about to have
job.
your 30th family, nigga. You about to have your 30th million
Yeah,
family.
you about to have your 30 million family. Nigga, you been having family since the goddamn Stone Age, nigga. Get over it. You cosmic simp.
You love this shit, bro.
Niggas love pain and suffering. Niggas have an attachment and grasp and cling. This is why, literally, I get it now. And I got it earlier today. That's why I say all this shit coming together at once. You look at the wheel of Samsara, and when you look at the fucking wheel, you see the fact that right before becoming, the final step of just being, you know what I'm saying? There's one thing holding motherfuckers back, and that's grasping, upandana, clinging, having attachment. This is what keeps motherfuckers trapped down in this bitch. Period. Worried
Boy, you
about
ever,
what the fuck is even going on down in this bitch. Like to have certain even, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was dealing with that text when I was reading Humanity's the Enemy of the Soul. I was reading some shit from this text called Lucifer and a Harriman. You know what I'm saying? There's an entity out there, a Harriman, who's making his way for his incarnation. And it's like, everybody down here is literally goddamn.
you ever
Everybody.
heard a nigga say, you ever heard a nigga say, or anybody say, I got attachment issues? Yeah, go figure.
I got attachment issues, huh? You must have a life sentence, a lifetime of eternity sentence. You better figure
What?
that shit out.
I know I just said that shit before. On some dumbass shit.
I got attachment issues.
Attachment. It's a thing.
Fuck. That's how they get you.
Yeah.
That's how they get you. The book, the Hermetica, chapter 15, is telling you everything down here is nothing more than an appearance, a fantasy or an appearance. It's an emanation of something else. So if you've ever watched the sci-fi movie or the sci-fi show called Stranger Things, you know what we're seeing down here, or what we're literally experiencing, is truly the upside down. We are in a knockoff dimension of something that's above us. You feel me? So when you see that flower or you see that tree, you think that flower and that tree is beautiful. Just know that that's just an emanation, a knockoff version of something else that probably looks way better. You know what I mean? Like what we're dealing with, we're living in the Timu verse. Yeah, nigga, you heard the honk honk. I figured it out, nigga. We're living in the Timu verse. Straight like that. We're living in a verse where this is the knockoff version where we see fantasies and appearances and likenesses. You feel me?
You you mean the sunset? The sunset ain't all that for real, like it's made to be, or the motherfucking ocean ain't all of that like it's made out to be portrayed to be in this reality.
No, it's what you perceive, but at the same time, it's an emanation of something. So if that's what the ocean looked like down here in the physical, understand that this whole world, you have to read the Nag Hammadi. The creation of the physical world was created by the creator who looked above, and mind you, he was in water, nigga. So he looked up and seen some shit through water, and it was hella bright. He couldn't even make out what the fuck he seen. And he went and goddamn created some shit based on what he thought he seen. And that's why we're
Huh.
dealing with everything down here in the physical is what they call falsehood. It's not true. And when you understand shit like that, like, right, damn, none of this shit's even real, that's where you could break the attachment. You could play the game. Play the game. I'm not saying go fucking smack your kids. Little fuck. You're not real. You know what I'm saying? I can go drop kick your wife. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying that. You'll end up in a real jail cell, nigga. So,
That shit.
anyways, you
Yeah.
play the game, but you know what the game is. You play however you want to play. If you want to go back in there knowing all this, you know, do it. I suggest you do. But what I will say is, in the back of my head, you always have to say, all right, man, listen here. I tell these motherfuckers here, I die anytime soon, anytime old age, don't matter. I pass away, you motherfuckers better not try to keep me down here with the damn energy. Pull up some liquor, pull up some tequila, put some food out and some shit. We'll be good. Don't be sitting here stressing and worrying like, oh, Eddie, come back. Come back to me. Come back, and I need you. I must have you. You're my everything. And no, no.
That's why you gotta watch who you
Not all that
love
playing.
down in this motherfucker,
You said
bro.
what?
That's why you gotta watch who you love down here,
You do.
cause
You
them
and your love mate gotta come to an understanding. Like, okay, till
motherfucker.
listen, what do they say in the damn shit? Till death do us part. Let me part. It's good. You're good. I'm gone. You still here. What? I'm gonna come back as a baby. You supposed to fall in love with a baby, nigga? Think about it. No, that's a wrap. They pretty much set that up to be unless you end up fucking with her on some goddamn Captain America shit. She 90 and some shit, and here you are, a young buck 25 and shit, back in action. You know, that's if you can get in the line up there, bruh. Who knows when you can come back? You know, that's my.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this might be some sick shit, bro, but you know, you know, fuck, bro. It's easier. It's easier if you gotta if it's like that where everybody go. I get it.
Explain.
You ever see a family fucking on a family road trip and
Yeah.
the car crash and everybody's gone?
Yeah, that would be. You better hope for that, because you're all seeing each other right after. Like, oh shit, we must be out of this bitch. Like, yo, wait, whoa.
Fuck, bro.
You need that one motherfucker too, especially if you pass with some motherfuckers. You need that one person in the group. Like, hey, I think we might be dead, bro. I
You
think.
need a nigga that no, nigga.
Yeah, you
It's
need
probably
somebody.
the baby no, nigga.
Yeah. You might need somebody. You need somebody to know. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing: it's all about how you look at the damn shit. Like, think about a baby who got. You got some babies out here that come down here and then they figured out how to hit the auto abort button. It's called infant death syndrome. Baby just die on your ass. You're like, oh shit, what happened to the baby? Baby gone. Oh shit. Saddest thing ever. Baby looked at who their parents was, what the fucking goddamn, what this was about to be. I'm out of here. Oh, I had a miscarriage. Got the fuck on. That was one that figured it out. Where am I at? I smelled curry. I think I'm in India. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So every way you could look at it however you look. You could be sad or you could have it, you know what I'm saying? But if ultimately none of this shit is truly happening, and that a soul, when the soul dies, the human life gets born, well hell, that was another life that goddamn didn't get entrapped down in this bitch. Truthfully, that's how motherfuckers should be looking at this. There's always two sides to look at it. Oh, she died. Well, hell, she ain't got to piss shit, figure out what the hell she want to eat no more. She probably had a job. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. What are kids? Kids, they'll figure it out. We're on Earth. You know? Some people come into more fucked up situations. You can be born to crackhead parents and still become a damn superstar down in this bitch. You know, mass amounts to whatever the fuck you want to be down here. You can truly be whatever you be. Your circumstances, you know, there's been people that's been having the most fucked up, earliest upbringings and things of that nature, the most fucked up shit. And still, somehow they amounts to something and they end up being somebody down in this motherfucker. Because it's not about you how the hell you come in this bitch. It's how you exit this motherfucker. Or what you do before you exit this bitch. You know? So there's been mortals that's came down here and mortals fucking worship other mortals. You know, you could become goddamn immortalized. You know? Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, George Washington Carver. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these black names in America and shit like that. It's like they came down here, they did shit to where humans for a certain period of time will remember them. And then there's been motherfuckers who have came down here and motherfuckers remember the shit they have done for thousands of years. Imhotep, Asclepius. You know what I'm saying? The father of medicine, who the Greeks took all his shit and called him goddamn Hippocrates. You know what I'm saying? So, understand that you can do some shit down here to be deified, but at the end of the day, where are you being deified at? Nigga, on Earth? Nigga, who gives a fuck? What the mortals think. Mortals make fucking statues out of anything. You know,
Them niggas have real attachment issues because they wanted that shit, bro.
facts. Look at the
They
Israelites.
wanted that. Yeah.
Look at the Israelites in the Bible. Them niggas had attachment issues to everything but their God. Literally. And I already broke it down. They was going back and worshiping who? The Great Mother. Nigga. Azeroth and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Going worshiping all these other female deities. Why? Because the male deity wants you niggas run around, kill everybody, take motherfuckers' kids, take everything from motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo. And then the Moabites and all these niggas on the other side, they just cooling, worshiping the Great Mother. Canaanites worshiping the Great Mother. Everybody worshiping the Great Mother. What you see in the Bible is literally a Bronze Age takeover from the Neolithic Age. You know what I'm saying? Where there was the worship of the Great Mother, the lunar gods, the darkness rituals, the nighttime rituals, the minstrel rituals, the priestesses, the holy whores, the divine harlots, all these shits in the temple. During the Bronze Age takeover, this is where you find the rise of patriarchy, okay? This is where you find Abrahamic religions 4,000 years ago. All this shit we're dealing with right now is only the result of 4,000 years, okay? In the past 2,000 is when everybody pretty much started to lose this knowledge that, you know, we are souls trapped down here in this motherfucker, you know, and that death is the true release. And there's no reason to truly worry about anything while you're down here. You know, yeah, the Christians killed everybody that believed that shit. The Cathars that was holding on to the Gnostic shit, they killed all the niggas. It was a Cathar massacre in this bitch. So anybody that was teaching at the damn prison of the damn so why? The warden don't want this shit getting out. He finna dispatch his goddamn goons on your ass. There are people down here that pray to the damn hoe-ass God that created this physical earth. All the people, remember I'm the God of the living? You know, there's people that worship him. And then he got certain kids that worship in are under certain days, like the Israelites and the Jews and all them, they're under who's called Sabbath. Sabbath is named after one of these hoe ass deities on the other side. You dig what I'm
That
saying?
nigga got people that don't play about him.
No, they don't. There were niggas that were killed about that, and people was killing about it because Sabbath is over law and order. You know what I'm saying? And that's strictly some law shit. That specific everything when you understand on some spiritual shit, voodoo, spirit shit, and just everything has a certain type of energy to it. You know, when some shit is created or it becomes manifest, there becomes a spirit attached to the damn shit. You know, so you look at what spirit resides over specifically Judaism or this Torah or these laws or these, you know what I'm saying, this Bible and whatnot. It's all some morality based law and order shit. And it's strictly, you know what I'm saying, people are willing to die about that shit right there. You know what I mean? They're willing to die and kill for and to maintain the order in which their fucking book says to maintain. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a certain energy that's presiding over the text in the scriptures. You know, you fall into that, you take on a certain energy. You finna be attend hut. You gotta keep these laws, statutes, commandments, all 612. I'm socking you out if you don't. You know, and that's pretty much how niggas is pressing hard lines right now. It was the same thing for Islam. You know, all these people following Islam. Islam still teaches that there's a hell too. That's why even because me and my bro, we watched the little Godfather of Harlem and shit, fucking with Malcolm X, and I had to let him know, like, yeah, I talk all this positive shit about Malcolm X. I talk all this positive shit, but here's the thing: at the end of the day, it stops there, kinda. You know, you never hear me mention anything about Islam or that the Muslim shit. I fuck with what he did and with the movement he was pushing. But as far as like following a fundamentalist religion or following something that would put chains on my soul more than there already is with this physical body, we can't fucking do that. I'm not praying to nothing outside of myself. To pray and to worship a God other than yourself is to worship a God that is inferior to you. You must know that. To worship something outside of yourself is to worship something that is inferior than you. I've already stated that the soul is unborn. The soul is primordial in its essence. The creator of this physical universe has a birthday. Sophia, some higher energy, did some shit, casted this nigga out. You feel me? And here's the thing, we get a creation of a physical universe. This shit wasn't always here. Everything that was born or created has a fucking death date, you know? Even when you break down scientifically, you know, if you want to buy into the construct that they say down here, scientifically, stars don't last forever. The sun that we have will give out its goddamn light one day. It'll go supernova, and then this shit will cease to exist, right? So unless the demiurge and his hoe ass, bitch ass, hoe ass archons, unless they got another planet for niggas to um, incarnate on, this will all be over. The cycle will be over. You know what I'm saying? Of humans being incarnated on Earth. And this is what's interesting. The whole Marvel plots for all of these movies, or not just Marvel, but just movies in general, like there's always some cosmic destruction, something coming to destroy the Earth. You know, the only place where niggas can incarnate. You know, the only planet that's inhabitable in this shit right here. Yeah, humans are always trying to stop the Earth from being blown to smithereens and shit like that. So once you understand that this is the jailhouse, nigga, you start cheering for the asteroid. You know, you start cheering for the goddamn galactic destruction that is impending in the movies, because you know ultimately everybody on Earth is pretty much suffering in their own way. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got a question, Mark, and I think you the nigga I want to ask this though. Hey, nigga, that shit was sweet. But do you think every king, like every president of this realm, knows exactly what the fuck you know? Like
So
to rule over this bitch, you gotta kind of be tapped in with a nigga, ain't you?
you do, you do. So what I would, that's an interesting question. Okay.
That's
Because look, we can start off like this. We have the Hermetica, right? This is the teaching of Hermes, thrice great. This is written in Greek, but we do know that Hermes is representative of Tahuti, who is Thoth back in ancient Kemet. And this text right here is what was read to the pharaohs. Okay, the uh, the teachings that are in the Hermetica was this is what we call pharaonic thought. This was taught. Your average mortal didn't have your average mortal didn't have their hands on shit like this.
sure.
These were things that was written and inscribed on temple walls. You know what I'm saying? In pictorial form. You know, like once you understand in Kemet, you couldn't even go to the back. You stayed in a certain area of the temple for years. You didn't even go to the back, back. You didn't get there until you unlocked that part and that level of understanding within yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, looking at this type of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? It's interesting now because this shit is not hidden. It's called occult knowledge because it is hidden, but at the end of the day, this shit's not hidden. This shit is in books. You feel me? So the powers that be that run the world, they study this occult knowledge. Um, I know a lot of people who are in the 1%. They understand this shit because it is them that pay big money to these Smithsonians and to these. They fund these digs, right? These
Yeah.
motherfuckers fund these goddamn excavations and all of these different things. Because here's the thing: this is why, even though motherfuckers talk shit about the damn white man, there is a certain necessity to him. Okay, when you understand
Oh, yeah.
what black people have been going through on a spiritual level, even down here, to be once the gods of the earth, right? To be the ones that gave everyone civilization from the Nile Valley, right? The the writing, reading, arithmetic, geometry, medicine, all of this comes from black people, right? Black people were once on the very top. Now, if you understand the way this realm works, right? As we were on the top, there has to be an opposite of us. If we're dark as hell, who would be the opposite of us? You know what I'm saying? So eventually, and mind you, if you understand in the Kabbalion, which is based on these hermetic principles, right? In the Kabbalion, there is a principle called the principle of rhythm. Okay. Now, we as Africans, we wrote this shit. So if we know this shit and we wrote this shit, we understand it, right? So if we understand life is based on the pendulum swing and ebbs and flows and rises and falls and the tides, everything and all things have tides, right? So even our existence in our rulership and our dominion as niggas has a tide. So knowing and our people being as smart as we were, because here's the thing, they say when they started writing shit down in Egypt was the decline. And that's true. The second you start seeing us writing shit down in monumental phases and all of these different things and putting all this shit on writing and shit like that, this is because they knew. And then even after the hieroglyphic shit, we created what was a language called Coptic, an actual script. You know, in the Gnostic texts that talk about this demiurge that hates on us, this God above that hates on us, this all survived in the Coptic Egyptian language. So understanding that we knew that eventually the pendulum would swing and it would shift, being that we were the gods of the earth and there was a base group of people, the shit would shift. And what you are now seeing now, and this is why I kind of laugh when I look at Peace of the God. This is why I laugh sometimes when I kind of look at this incarnation, because I'm like, man, I can see myself coming down here. Like, hey, yo, the white man is running shit. He's terrorizing niggas. He's putting belt to ass to niggas. I'm down here. I got to see this shit. I got to see
I
what the
want
hell. These are the same motherfuckers that was crawling on all fours using shit to fucking to cover their caves. It said fleas was their best friend in Europe and all types of shit. These motherfuckers is running the world. Yes, the pendulum has totally swung all the way from white people being in the caves and being the basest people on the earth, to now black people are not in the caves, but they are definitely the basest people on the earth. Everybody's got it
Yeah,
better than niggas, you know.
everybody got it better than niggas, and everybody um hope that when they die and come back, they not a nigga.
That is
You were
true.
talking about everything you fucking want to know, or you thought you knew about. When niggas die, they hope they don't come back as a nigga, bro. But then they envy the nigga.
They envy the nigga. They do envy the nigga. Now, what's interesting about everything I just said, okay, knowing that the pendulum has swung, this is okay, and we did things to set this up. We did things to set up the pendulum swing, right? Like we understood that, okay, we're about to lose it all, and it's not gonna look good, okay? We're gonna need to preserve some of this shit. But if, hold on, time out. If we're about to lose it all, hmm, if we're about to lose it all, and we're about to go totally to sleep, and we're about to become the most ignorant people on the fucking face of the planet, but we right now still have all this knowledge, what the hell are we gonna do? We're gonna have to we're gonna have to train up some of these motherfuckers who we would consider the base people, or the motherfuckers at the bottom. We would have to train these niggas up. We would have to educate them enough to where they would goddamn have it in their spirit to preserve this knowledge. You feel me?
Sure.
And what's interesting, it's almost as if, as evil as these people are, you know what I'm saying, the white race, um, they still have done a superb job. It's like something is in their spirit that makes them go to mother, because everybody's an idiot right now, right? So they went to everybody's shit and said, something is telling me to dig up everything you guys have that has to do with ancient knowledge, and I'm going to translate it into this main language that I've colonized the world and made sure everybody knows. You feel me? This is divine shit, you know. So looking and seeing that, we didn't came back from, here's the thing, the pendulum swung all the way to the white man's side, where he's had rulership and dominion and dominance over the realm for the past X amount of years, hundreds of years at this point, you know. It's a blip in our existence. We've existed for millions of years. I could trace the white man in Europe's origin back 4,500 years max. Before that, they were half Neanderthal. Okay, so I could trace these niggas' existence of the R1 haplogroup. These niggas are about 4,500 years old. Okay, it's not that fucking long ago. So,
Let them niggas tell it. They on a motherfucking run.
man, what? So, anyways, these niggas are fucked up right now because their birth rate is not even high enough to even sustain their population. Anyways, the fact that they've been on top for X amount of years, and you see what the fuck is going on now. The pendulum has begun to swing back to our side. You feel me? It's gonna touch the middle before it gets all the way back to where the hell we are. You know, but it's swinging away. And what are they doing? Trying to preserve and do all the shit that they can to ensure that they will still be on. So what they do and what
Yeah,
the Moors did, it's really fucked up. This is incarnation. But when you understand this shit, I can
yeah,
see this shit.
yeah.
So you have this base people, and you had these niggas coming through Europe, civilizing them, niggas and Arabs and shit. You had niggas putting melanin in these motherfuckers so that their seed would have some sort of goddamn something, you know what I mean, to grasp this shit, you know. And this is why I say, you know, some of these white folk, there's about 5% white people that ain't white. I'll tell you that right now. Maybe even 10% that are not white. Some, they're white skinned, pale in the face, but somewhere down their line there's a nigga, which means they got that one drop, the sliver of the damn black dot. I see that shit in like Justin Timberlake, goddamn Bobby Caldwell. You see it when you see a goddamn white man with some soul and shit.
Justin Bieber.
Bieber's ass might even have a little bit of melanin in his ass somewhere in that bitch. You know, motherfucker got a little bit of talent and shit. You know? So, just seeing how the Moors put some of their shit into the white folk to preserve their shit, and you see the damn white man goddamn went ages on, you had to have a little bit of that Moorish blood to even be royalty in goddamn England and shit, and a lot of other spots in Europe. You know what I mean? Because look at the old coat of arms. It was definitely Moors and niggas that was ruling that shit before you see goddamn Sir Charles and Sir Edward the Third, and Sir Charles they call black boy. So I don't even know if he was even white. They be lying, nigga. These niggas be lying. They be lying. So anyway, what we did to preserve some of the shit, we made it with these niggas and did what we did. What the hell are they doing on the opposite end? They shit going to a damn end. What are they doing? The rise of the light skin. The rise of the mud blood. The rise of the mud bloods. You know? So what do we see? We see a good mixing right now. Them trying to get they shit with the damn melanin so that they can
Yeah.
somehow preserve they shit. You know? Or at least they can get some type of something with some type of soul in it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck their goddamn plan is. But I see it
Niggas,
happen on both ends.
you're spot on. You're spot the fuck on. And niggas don't even understand what make America great.
What
Make
it is?
MAGA. They don't even understand this shit, bro.
Exactly.
Like you're describing it.
Yeah.
Let's. We need a little bit of us left before this shit switch.
And that's exactly what's gonna happen. You gonna here's it's not hard to do either. You feel me? Because you can take a damn you can take a black person, mate him with a white woman, that baby comes out light skinned. If little Patrick Mahomes grows up and marries a white woman, it only takes 3 generations and it's white. So now is you go back, that nigga's still in there. You feel me? But what does they look like on the outside? So they can still run some shit. They can get the damn divine knowledge because there's somewhat of that damn black dot in his ass. You feel me? And they can have their face of the damn shit because he could still be blonde hair, blue eyes with a damn granddaddy who was damn black as hell. You know, we've seen this. They did it to the Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? We've seen them do it to niggas. You know what I'm saying? They seen them whitewash and undo what was done. Oh, love married and fucked a damn nigga. All right, we got her ass. We're gonna ensure her grandkids know better now. We're gonna ensure we get the bloodline back on track. You know, or they get excommunicado. You know, however the fuck they was doing, and a lot of that shit was excommunicado. They was disowning motherfuckers. You know,
Yeah.
because at least they understood the science of keeping your damn shit pure down in this bitch. So, like I said, when I look at this earthly realm that we're in, we're dealing with duality. You know, I can't be mad at the white man for doing what the hell he is. He's the opposite of niggas. If we are the gods of the damn earth, what the hell is he? The opposite. We're dealing with duality. Think about it. I can't be mad at a dog for doing what a dog does. What the hell he do? Nigga was void of all knowledge. People just don't understand the history of the European. If they understood the history, they'd be like, all right, I get it. You know, these niggas didn't have no knowledge a couple hundred years ago, and we had this shit thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. Shit inscribed. We got cave fucking paintings with science in it. The mushroom goddamn cave painting from Algeria, nigga painted with all the mushrooms over. Nigga, this was in like 8,000 BC. So we've been knew what damn shit psychedelic. We've been on some shit with the science of the soul and traversing different. We've been doing this shit.
Facts.
We've been doing this shit.
I love when you put up paintings, bro, and on your story, man, and they tell such a story, bro, of like pre-existence. They tell a story of like even now, bro. This is fucking high level God talk, right?
Yeah.
And 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 the fact that we are the hated, we know, and but we don't feel like it. It's just something inside of us that just be like, I'm not like you niggas, bro.
Sit back and observe.
I'm not like you
Listen
niggas,
to the
bro.
music. Look at how motherfuckers get down. Look at the food. Everything. Okay, there's a book called it's the first book on the goddamn shelf.
Damn,
It's called African Origin of Biological Psychiatry by
damn.
Dr. Richard King. Okay? Dr. Richard King. It's literally it's a genetic thing. This is genetics. The reason why niggas are able to perceive higher levels of knowledge and why I look from far and I look at this new age movement and all this spiritual shit that these white women are perpetrating and all these fucking fake ass spiritual white dudes and all this shit is fake. It's not. It doesn't even seem authentic. If something is
Yeah.
missing, it's dry as hell. There's no soul in it. Now, one may say, "Oh, he's just talking shit." Google what race of people has the most calcified pineal gland. It has nothing to do with where you were born or how much fluoride is in your water. Oh, it's the fluoride in the water. No, it has to do with genetics. Black people have inner ear melanin. We hear sounds different. We have melanin in the taste buds. We taste food different. This is why there's no goddamn seasoning in their goddamn food. You know, they can't taste the damn shit. You know, the way we can taste the shit. White people have blue eyes. That is a fucking gene mutation from a nigga, right? So their eyeballs cannot take in light the way niggas' eyes can take in light. This is why the white man created what I like to call cave vision 2.0. What is cave vision 2.0? Those are called sunglasses, right? We've been living on Earth for thousands of years, and one motherfucking group of people created some motherfucking shit to where they can. It's a little bit darker outside, you know. Everybody's eyes can take in light with the brown and the black and all the extra shit, but the blue-eyed motherfuckers, they really can't. They really can't. You look at the hair. It's all these things are just mutations. We're just the total opposite of each other on a physical level too. Duality, and everybody else that ain't white and black, you niggas, everything in between, nigga. But anyways, and that's the duality of it. You have the extreme, which is the African nigga in Sudan, which is dark as the fucking the night, right? And then you have goddamn the palest of the pale fucking Russians. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere northern fucking Russia or some shit like that. You know, palest of the pale. You know, all it
It's
is just like I said. All of these are different fucking variants in between. But like I said, when it comes down to the people who know the science of what the soul is and how all of this works, they've had so much time to study us and watch what I break down for these niggas here coming up soon on my story. Henrietta Latch, nigga. You're not finna tell me black people ain't the damn gods. You're not gonna tell me Henrietta Latch. Do your motherfucking homework on Henrietta Latch. God damn it. But anyways, go ahead, brother.
no. Um, I gotta do my homework. But you ever notice how it's not? I don't know. I mean, because this absolutely ties back to the soul. All of what we talk about ties back to the soul, and the fact that it's always damn, bro. It's always dark versus light. It's never yellow versus brown, or it's just always black versus white.
Yeah.
Opposite. So it's just that's the reality that we at, and on a soul level, one of them controls, or on the plane level, one of them controls, but they all know that we're all souls.
They do. And this is why they do what they do is so being that the folk that run the world, okay, they know who we are. They know what our physiology is. They know all of the things that I said. I didn't say anything that the motherfuckers at the top don't know. They've already done all the research. They've already done all the scientific experiments. They've done all the Tuskegee experiments. They fucking have done everything to us. Okay, they've had us in chains, and they were able to eat us, and they know what we fucking taste like. You feel me? They wore our fucking skin as goddamn leather on shoes and shit. Okay, they have us down to a science. All right, they have us down to a science. So, what they do is knowing that the soul. Here's the thing, and when you have a group of people who are we'll just call them material. They're from this realm. Melanin, it comes from some shit beyond the shit, okay? You have a people that are devoid of melanin, okay? Which means everything that they are made up of, it comes from this earthly realm right here. Melanin is some cosmic shit, period, point blank. So these people who know who we are, and knowing that this soul that we possess, this spirit, because they've read all the text, right? They know that we're trying to journey on to the next level, and they know that if you're down here, you're either one of two things. You either got caught in the damn samsara wheel, or you're either down here to motherfucking help niggas. You feel me? Escape the damn wheel. Period. Point blank. So it's they wanna do the best they can to create the biggest distraction world, the distraction universe that they can. It's as simply it's just as simply like this. They want to create a big ass Disney World. Earth is that's what America has become. You know, it's a big Disney World. Earth's a playground. They want you to be fun. They want everything you. They want you to forget about your pain and suffering that you got to
Sex,
go through throughout the week. They want you to
enjoyment.
forget about all that shit.
Yeah,
And on
have
the
all the sex you want.
Yeah, have all
Sex
the
sells.
sex you want, all the shit, everything that's gonna create attachments. All that girl, that girl, that girl, all that man, that man, that man. You know what I'm saying? All everything that's gonna create an attachment, do it. Everything that's gonna have you sink down farther into your animalistic, sensual nature, do it. What did the Hermetica call this damn body? It says such is the odious tunic that one is put on. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah,
It says right here, this is in the Hermetica. Like I said, pharaonic thought. This is shit that the pharaohs understood. This is why they were able to worship a god of death in Osiris.
yeah,
And they were able to be Osiris embodied in the flesh, nigga.
yeah.
It says, uh, first of all, the vice of ignorance floods the whole earth and utterly destroys the soul shut up in the body, preventing it from anchoring in the havens of deliverance. The vice of ignorance, the people that run this world are doing exactly just that. They're making
Hmm.
sure that, remember I just was saying that, the damn ignorance, all the bullshit they put out here is pretty much keeping niggas from going to another level because you distracted by Disney World. God damn it. Okay.
And you love it.
So it says, but first, if you want to go to another level, this is what you got to do. Right? It says, but first, you must rip off the tunic that you wear, the garment of ignorance, the foundation of vice, the bonds of corruption, the dark cage, the living death, the sentient corpse, the portable tomb, the resident thief, the one who hates through what it loves and envies through what it hates. Such is the odious tunic that you have put on. It strangles you and drags you down so that you will not hate its viciousness, not look up and see the fair vision of truth and the good that lies within, and not understand the plot that it has plotted against you when it made insensible the organs of sense and made them inapparent and unrecognized for what they are, blocked up with a great load of matter and jammed with loathsome pleasure, so that you do not hear what you must, nor observe what you must. Is that not some God level ism, nigga? Is that not some God level ism? The sentient corpse? The pharaohs knew that we were in the sentient corpse. The pharaohs knew that not only were they in Osiris embodied, but they were also Set and Heru embodied. Good and evil, both sides. Duality. Morality is non-existent. Compassion is the vice of kings. So when we talk about motherfuckers at the tip top knowing this damn shit, yeah, they know this shit and they treat humans as such. They don't come through feeling pity. If I was a king and I had to listen to everybody's goddamn shit every damn day, if I had to sit on this goddamn throne and I had to listen to everybody come to me with their goddamn problems, you think I could show pity on these niggas? Or do I have to be cold-hearted and heavy as the head that wears the crown? Or do I have to be a king? I'm not a fucking friend. I'm not this. No, I make king-style choices. And it's for the betterment of my kingdom. Heads may roll. It could get real treacherous around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For the betterment of my kingdom.
Sure,
And
it's
what's
happened.
fucked up is I've also noticed, like I said, your spirit, your soul will reject those aspects of your humanity that will cause you to veer all the way off the path. You know,
Sure.
I have dealt with multiple women that I have truly tried to do the right thing, be faithful, all the shit. They all turn sour and they all do some super strange ass shit to me and they fag off, if you will, you know?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Had none of that shit ever happened, imagine if I was just a in love ass nigga. I live by myself. Imagine there was, I was just an in lovey dovey ass nigga. How much knowledge would you niggas be getting? Exactly. Y'all should be thankful that the goddamn universe then chose for me to choose the sorriest batch of bitches that could be possibly ever be chosen. You feel me? And if it wasn't so, I would not be on this goddamn path that I'm on. So like I said, your spirit and your soul may reject those that come into your life that will cause you to veer off from the path that you were supposed to be on, which is the God level path. You feel me? And if
And
she ain't willing to be a goddess, or if he ain't willing to be a god and you're a goddess, then you gotta get him the fuck on. And if you don't got the fucking if you're jammed up full of loathsome pleasure and your organs and your organs of senses is all blocked up and you can't see, well, guess what? The daemon's gonna do it. The guardian angel's gonna do it. They gonna cause some shit to go down to where it's gonna be like, nigga, it's over. Nigga. Get back on the path. Figure it out. And here's a little pain and suffering mixed in to really light the match up under your ass and keep you going. You know what I'm saying? That's what this shit really is. You know. So me personally, I can see how some of these things happen in my life and why they happen in my life. I would have never learned that if I was still with her. I would have never got to this level if I was still with her. I would have never got to this level if I was still fucking with her. I would have never got to this level if I was still fucking with her. I gave a fuck about all of them. And at the same time, all that shit went south. So what the fuck does that let me know? And even more fucked up too, I got this sorry ass south node in the 7th house in my astrological chart. So I'm pretty much almost, kinda, almost fucked up in the relationship aspect. It just is what it is, you know? And me trying to go against what's naturally in my damn shit to repel and all this extra shit, it's like, yeah, good luck, nigga. You know? So, yeah. You must not get caught up in this loathsome pleasure down here. Get jammed up full of matter. Because why? It says, so that you do not hear what you must, nor observe what you must. When you're not focused, when I'm not focused, I'm not getting the goddamn clairaudience. Nigga, I can hear certain shit, nigga. And it just, like, oh, where do you come up with this shit? Nigga, just certain shit, I can just see it in my head. I'll just think some shit, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go research that. Let me find a book on it. Let me know. It just, when you're not jammed up and you're actually on your shit, and this is no diss to anybody in a fucking relationship and shit, because two of y'all could be on the damn same path, you know? Y'all could have the damn magic going, the whole tantric thing going. Y'all can have a lot of shit going, you know? But if you, like the Bible says, unequally yoked, there may be some issues, you know? You may be holding yourself back by dealing with the physical of this woman or of this man, however it is, man or woman, whatever you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? So just knowing that, it's like, just knowing.
as simple as it sounds,
You said
as
what?
simple as it sounds.
Oh, it's super. It sounds great, doesn't it?
No, but as simple as it sounds, bro. A lot of people are just with distractions.
Absolutely. They're fun. Like, oh, how do you end up in all those situations? They were fun.
Yeah, like this place, right? That they make fun, right? All of this fun shit that just keep you attached to the matrix.
Yeah, there's some. This is what you niggas. There's a new terminology we're coming up with right here. It's not new. It's a race of motherfuckers. I don't know. I want to say they're from Star Trek. Okay, I want to say they're from Star Trek, right? Klingons. Come on, nigga. You guys see the vision? The fucking Klingons. When I start finding these niggas and posting them on my goddamn story, like, what the fuck, this Star Trek shit? Who the fuck? Nigga, the Klingons, nigga. That's what these humans and that's what people have become. Straight
Yeah.
Klingons, nigga. You finding some shit and cling on to it. You know? Grasp on to it. You know what I mean? And we know, personally, where that leads to. The desire is the root of all suffering. If you can understand that, to control your desire is where attachment, you can't get attachment without desire, period, point blank. So if you can
Correct.
understand that desire is the fire, that's where the shit arises from. with anything, with anyone, any move or anything that you want to do, you have to first desire it, you know. And usually with desire meant comes, like I said, attachment. You end up
Right.
wanting and needing and loving and that which you desire, you know. So in order to, and like I said, going through life, this is the Buddhist way, you know. Like I said, we didn't cross both of the damn streams. We've been dealing with a lot of the Western, Aleister Crowley. We've been dealing with a lot of the Western side and a lot of the motherfucking shit from motherfuckers over here in the European side and the Greek. You know what I'm saying? But now we done tapped in over there in the East, and the East is over there saying that detachment and attachment and grasping and clinging and all of this shit and you know what I'm saying? Do what thou wilt with Aleister Crowley. So it's kind of like, okay, boom, what do we do with all this shit? Where do we go? How do we rationalize? How do we conclude? You know, where do we conclude? What is the final say so? The final say so based on how I'm viewing the damn shit and how I could find peace and still maneuver and still do what I do and whatnot. All this, first of all, first and foremost, this is all Maya. This is all formidable an illusion. This is all a series of events that are truly not happening other than inside of my mind. Nothing
Yeah.
happens outside of my mind. I don't know what the fuck's going on other than what the hell my mind is rationalizing. Everything's happening up here. First of all, okay, that's numero uno. Second of all, the soul is unborn, immortal, primordial. Let's just get the quote from Krishna himself. Okay, just real quick. We gonna wrap
Yeah.
this shit up. You feel me? Well, here it is right here. Abandoning all desires, acting without craving, free from all thoughts of I in mind, that man finds utter peace. That's mine. I. Get off of that shit. If a man keeps dwelling on sense objects, attachment to them arises. From attachment, desire flares up. From desire, anger is born. From anger, confusion follows. From confusion, weakness of memory, weak understanding, ruin. But the man who is self controlled, who meets the objects of sense with neither craving nor aversion, will attain serenity at last. So here's the thing, you can fuck with some shit that's physical. It's just having that fucking craving or that just having some emotions attached to the shit. It just is what it is, nigga.
Having to have anything is wild.
Having to have or need anything is pretty much wild. You need food and all the extra shit and all the shit to survive and some clothes on your back and shit like that. But really, we could. Americans are super not minimalists.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like niggas just always have to have something.
Especially niggas.
Nothing. Yeah, or I gotta have a certain amount of money in my pocket, or I feel. I mean, the attachment to a lot of shit is real for people, and the paradigm or the opposite of that is knowing that desire creates attachment, and attachment keeps you in a place that you just kind of repeat.
Exactly. Say it again. Desire keeps you in a place, it keeps you in attachment, and that keeps you in a place that you're just gonna keep repeating over and over and over and over. Literally. Boom. I was trying to get that science on the soul. Here it is. Um, these bodies come to an end, but the vast embodied self is ageless, fathomless, eternal. If you think that this self can kill or you think that it can be killed, you do not understand reality's subtle ways. Your soul, yo, listen and look and listen. This is from the Bhagavad Gita, nigga. It says it was never born. It was your soul was never born, coming to be, and it will never not be. Birthless, primordial, it does not die when the body dies. If your soul is primordial, there's nothing more that needs to be worried about. You are above and beyond all this shit. What does it say? Knowing that it is eternal, unborn, and beyond destruction. Just as you throw out used clothes and put on other clothes, new ones, the self discards its used bodies and puts on others that are new. The self discards, puts on new shoes after you die.
Nigga say
Soul,
I am.
huh?
A nigga said I am,
Straight up.
and you are, nigga.
Yeah, that part. Have attachments if you want to. You've had many bodies. A couple of your bodies, some of your bodies, your previous bodies, all those bodies that you had, they're still probably buried somewhere out here on Earth, nigga. Stacking them up. Hey, that was me
So
over there. Some, you know
you
what I'm
work
saying? I got books on reincarnation, nigga. There's kids that come back knowing, like, hey, nigga, you killed me, cuz, and you buried me over here. How the hell did kid solve a damn murder, his own murder?
bitch.
Wouldn't that be some shit? Thought you got away from me, but the fucking 3-year-old came and narked on you.
How about
Soon as he started talking, like, yeah, we going over there. Mama, take me over to my Mr. Wilson's crib real quick. I need to see something. Exactly. Yep. Bitch ass niggas still the same. Yep. 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 Yep.
they
Yep.
don't
Yep.
show
Yep.
that shit? They used to show that shit though.
What?
Mystery story. They used to show mystery shit like that on TV, bro.
Yeah. Strange ass stories of phenomena. But here's the thing: the shit started becoming more common, and once you start seeing shit on TV and motherfuckers start saying, "Hey, I know some shit like that," and I know some motherfuckers who might be reincarnated, then the shit starts getting shut it down. You know how they get that control? Shut it down. Shut that shit the fuck down. Hell no. We ain't finna be having no niggas out here knowing that they got special powers and shit. You can look up the fucking gateway experience done by the CIA. And the
Talk about
CIA,
it,
I'm
bro.
sitting here telling you based on ancient texts, all these texts, Hindu and fucking Hermeticas and Tibetan books of the dead and all this shit. I'm telling all of you guys that all of this is just an illusion. It's a matrix. It's a hologram. All of it's just playing off in your mind. All of this take. I'm telling you, the universe is mental. Nothing takes place but outside. Nothing takes place outside of you. Okay, period. Point blank. The fucking CIA during the gateway process when they was doing their whole breakdown, they understood that the brain is a fucking hologram and that the mind can do anything. It can heal itself, all types of shit.
You took the
They said
words
they
out of
said
my mouth,
specifically
bro.
they said specifically that the mind can heal malignant tumors. I know this to be true. When I was in 5th grade, I broke my pinky. Okay, my shit was still a little fucked up. I broke my pinky. And when I broke my pinky at the fucking doctor, they gave me an x-ray and they said, you have a fucking tumor on your finger. We're going to do, this is where that scared me, surgery when you go get your cast off. I was fucking, what are you in 5th grade? I was 11. I looked at the motherfucker and I said, in my head, the hell with that. We're not having no surgery, nigga. We're not having no fucking surgery. Fuck no. Just that word in me, no. Okay? No. When they took off that cast, do you think there was a tumor there? I having no fucking surgery, nigga.
You look. If I was your weight, I'd probably look like you, bro.
Facts.
A little bit, nigga. We wear the same hair,
Brown.
nigga.
You're damn right.
You took the words out of my
And
mouth,
we have the
bro.
same last name too, nigga. Remember that.
Your last name is Jones.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying, bro, is that this is God level talk on who we are and what happens to us after we exist in the matter no more.
Yeah.
And I live in this matter, but I also believe that I can do anything, bro.
Goddamn fucking right.
There's nothing I can't do, bro. That's what I
Goddamn right.
believe.
Yeah.
Bitch, you think I'm you you think if I want to be 150 pounds, I wouldn't be 150 pounds?
If you wanted to.
I'm just
Can a nigga be comfortable in who he is?
that's not the point.
Okay, what's the point?
The point is we can do anything we want to do
And be anything you want to be. Any
and
version
be
of
who
yourself.
we want to be, bro.
Period.
And it's literally you versus you down here.
Facts.
And after you fucking leave this place, it's still you versus you.
Absolutely. In the next realm too, in the bardos like we discussed, when you go down into the duat, the underworld, or the shit, that's all still you versus you. It's always gonna be you versus you in every aspect. He talking about your physical avatar. You can customize your avatar to be whatever the fuck you want to be. I remember Bobby Hemmett was talking about, nigga, I tried to make weight, tried to lose some weight and shit. He said he went and seen the spiritual lady. She said, nigga, you got that Buddha on you, nigga. You ain't gonna be small, nigga. This is spiritual weight. I was dying when I heard that shit. He said, you got that Buddha on your ass, nigga. Straight like that. And here's the thing. We all ain't the fucking same. We all is a little bit different in this bitch. I could have been a goddamn I could have been who the fuck knows back in any of these other lives. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? I know there was a lot less mixing going on back then. So, but even then, there's always been people that's my color. The motherfucking sand people, the sign people, the oldest motherfuckers on earth. They damn near light skinned a little bit, you know. So from that, you get darkness, and you know maybe even the motherfucker that was darker than them before. Who the fuck knows? We don't goddamn know. All that shit is goddamn irrelevant. The color of your goddamn skin is irrelevant when it comes to the goddamn knowledge of the fucking soul. You can learn all you want about, oh, we was kings and shit on earth, and you came down, you ruled over an anthill. Who gives a fuck? You used some bricks and stones and built some castles and shit. You lived good while on earth. Who gives a actual flying fuck, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't matter, nigga. You know what I'm saying? While you're down there, it's cool. But, you know, to play the game.
Gotta leave this bitch.
Yeah, I'm customizing my Amazon. Put some golds in like how they did back in the day. Give me a crown and shit. You know what I mean? All whatever. But maybe some tattoos. We're playing Grand Theft Auto, nigga. Learn how to fly planes. Do whatever the fuck do thou wilt. You do not make it out of this bitch alive. I'm just saying, make it out of this bitch with some form of consciousness. That is the only thing you can do. There's a god called Dionysus. Dionysus is the god of pleasure, nigga. That's how he gets to another level, nigga. Drinking and smoking and all the shit to another level. So you can't sit here and tell me the bums don't got it figured out. When there's a whole god of pleasure dedicated and devoted to pleasure. Because what does that do? You just living that type of lifestyle goes against all forms of fundamentalism. They want to tell you can't be a bum. Like, didn't Christ say blessed are the poor and all the shit? Like, yeah, make it make sense. Like, one motherfucker say you can't do this. So motherfucker say, it's your life. Okay? Do what thou wilt with it. But like I said, whatever you do, make sure you do it consciously. Do it with some sort of consciousness. Straight like that. So, yeah. I appreciate everybody sliding through. I appreciate my God right here coming through and blessing us on this bitch with some good wisdom, you know, and helping me, you know, chalk this down just a little bit more, because this is a subject that does need to get broke down to the molecule, you know, literally. Because like I said, this is something we all got in common. Death. And the end all be all. But remember, it is not the fucking, it's literally the beginning. So when you even have somebody that dies in your family, and this is what you may be, everybody needs a motherfucker in their damn family who understands death. Every tribe had it. All of our tribes have been separated. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be the one for your little small tribe of your, you know, family, immediate family and shit like that. Because here's the thing. Imagine you die and they want to goddamn take you and put you in a damn Christian church. Have Pastor Porkchop come bless your ass and send you off. This would be me on the other side.
Like, damn, bro.
So you kind of, you know what I'm saying? You can't control what happened with you, but you can definitely help see some motherfuckers else to the other side. If you believe what I'm saying, you have to get this Tibetan Book of the Dead. This is instructions on death and dying. Because dying, motherfuckers think you just die. Motherfucker, dying is a process, nigga. It's stages to death. Nigga, shutting down your body. Like, motherfucker dying. He's dying. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just, like, this ain't the goddamn movies. You know what I'm saying? You die.
Every day we die, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Putrefaction. Okay, you get closer to the damn the rotting God.
Every day we die, bro.
Yes. You got incarnated into some moldy bread, into some bread, nigga, and eventually the shit's
Bible,
molded. as we
Tried to
should.
philosophize it, say, we die daily or some shit.
We do.
But it is true. And I would say the easiest thing to do is die. And
It is.
motherfuckers are scared of the easiest thing. The hardest thing is to live through this shit.
Ah,
You fake ass niggas and you fake ass, and I gotta, live with you, bro.
that is very much so. Hey, the phantoms and illusions of the Matrix, the fucking NPCs, the ones that make, the ones that'll have you feel immortal. They're programs. They're the ones that'll stir you up a little bit, have you feel immortal, like you dumb motherfucker. Now I'm over here feeling, you know what I'm saying, or got me even considering, or got me even thinking, and all of this shit like that. Like, this is why your own mind, your own bliss, your own form of this is why your own form of meditation, all that shit just has to be on point. You feel me? Yo, it's all about your mind and the mentality you carry through. Okay? That's what I want to leave y'all with. It's all about your mind and how you perceive this shit. Straight like that. Straight like that. So yeah, peace to all the gods.
The
Peace to
gods,
all the goddesses out there. Appreciate y'all
honestly.
coming through. Until next time, shout out my bro JD Jones, official JD Jones on everything.
Hey man, much love. Thank you for having me. For uh, God talk.
God talk.